Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Casual Anime Discussion. My name's Trent, and I'm joined with Brandon and Noah as always. And today we're going to be talking about the original Cowboy Bebop. This was my pick, so spoilers for this, I guess. Everyone knows about Cowboy Bebop. It was sort of like the anime that brought anime to like Western culture. It was like one of the big ones that brought it over. And I always heard about it, and I watched 3 episodes a long time ago, and I was like, I like this. I'll get to it later. Never did until this. And this might be a hot take. I thought it was only like okay. I didn't think it was great.
That's
what I
that's
mean?
how I thought.
I was like,
cool, but
don't get me wrong. Like the history behind it, and like I love the classiness of it. The intro is awesome. It's one of my favorite anime intros. I love it. But it just kind of felt like it was more week to weekish than I was expecting. Where like every episode was
I felt like
different...
they didn't focus enough on, I don't know, Spike. As weird as that was, I felt like he really was just an average Joe in the show. Like he wasn't anything special.
Okay. First off, get this out of the way. It's better than the Netflix remake. Okay.
I actually think it was some part of that.
Really? Wow. Okay, that's hot take-ish.
Yeah, that was the worst kick I've heard in my life. Kill yourself.
You say whatever you want. I don't really care.
I mean, I just thought maybe it was just because it was overhyped. I guess maybe for me, or like people said like, oh yeah, this is like one of the animes, like it's the classic, you need to watch it and stuff. And honestly, first off, I was surprised, Brandon, because this is made by the same guy I think who did Trigun too. So I thought you would have liked it more.
It has a lot of same vibes. I don't know.
That's part of the reason why I didn't like it.
Freaking yeah, I get all hyped. I've watched an episode here, watch a scene, like a part from here and there, but like, it's just, I don't know.
It's weird because I'm thinking about the Netflix version, and like they really changed a lot in that. So I mean, they did something at least, but like still it was bad. But like I don't know, like there's just a lot of stuff that was like I don't know, just wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be.
Well, no,
what about you,
Noah? I would say, what do you think?
I thought it was good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the best thing ever, but it's definitely like I liked it.
The only thing I could really say is I really, really like the vibe they give off, the atmosphere. But other than that, like,
yeah,
I feel like they didn't really have anywhere to go with any of it.
Yeah, some of the visuals and stuff's like, man, this would make a good live action series. Oh wait, yeah, I mean, like first off, the characters are better in this. Like, I mean, Faye Valentine isn't annoying in this as she is in the live action version. She's not a bitch in that. In this, I mean, Ed was annoying. Ed was fucking annoying. I hated Ed.
Now you see why I said like the live action version wasn't too far off with the Ed in the anime.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know which one I'd rather have, but I mean, that was something I had to deal with all the time because it was kind of annoying. I mean, and also Vicious. I thought he was going to be a bigger part of the story. He's in like 2 or 3 episodes. I'm like, wow, because like in the live action series, he's like he's like the whole other part of the story. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like that's what I meant. Like Spike's whole background and stuff really didn't have a big part in the anime. Like you said, like maybe 3 episodes, 4, and sometimes you'll have like flashbacks when he's doing stuff. But other than that, it's just nothing.
Yeah, that's why I kind of felt like deprived a little bit because like I never got to know him much as a character. I guess I feel like I would still feel this way even if I watched this first than before the live action series because like live action series isn't good, but I thought this was better, but like not by like a whole leap and bound or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, like there was some cool stuff. Like I liked the shootout at the church, which happened way earlier than I expected. Because in the live action, it happened at the season finale. I was like, oh, this is gonna happen like midway through the series. No, it happens like episode 5.
You know what's funny? I feel like that was a better scene. I mean, I still like the ending of the show. I feel like that was the better. Like it would have been a lot better if that was the ending.
Yeah, if it was like towards the end at least, or at least that was like the end of like the first half, maybe would work better. But no, it just happens at episode 5, and then it just goes.
Just with the music and the way he was falling out of the church, it was, I don't know, it was very memorable, I guess.
I liked. I mean, there were some cool character designs that I liked. It's the Spike's fight versus Ed's dad on the planet was kind of cool. The fighting wasn't amazing in this either. Like it
No.
had some cool parts, like the fight they had with the Perro guy, whatever the fat guy. Like that was
He was
kinda
pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Besides that, and like it's kind of weird how like I mean, they kind of did this, but like they all like Ed and Valentine left in the same episode before the finale, I guess. There's another character that I like the design of, Hakeem, who was like in the third episode with the dog, I think, or it was the second episode. I forget what it was. He was the big Afro guy. He changed his face and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought he was cool. And the mushroom episode was probably my favorite episode.
That was funny. I'll admit that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite episode. Overall, though, yeah, this series didn't really do it.
There
for me.
was a lot of what was it called? Fan service in this.
For Faye, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Faye, that episode with the Afro chick in the episode with the shrooms.
Oh. I guess I never paid attention.
But
to
yeah,
that.
with Faye, dude, there was so much. Like it's like episode like there's none, and then there's none, and then it's
Again,
like, boom. There.
You go back to when that chick who played her in the live action version bitched about like I can't wear this costume because the proportions are off. I'm like, yeah, I get it, all right, but you didn't have to go so far to be like, fuck you guys. I mean, I get like, I always knew what Faye Valentine looked like. Everyone knows what Faye Valentine looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, if I watched this first, she'd
Many
probably
late
be on my
nights.
crush list. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, in terms of the characters though, like I wasn't in love with any of them. I'm thinking back, like I mean, at least like for me, Trigun had Legato Blue Summers. Remember Legato Blue Summers? He was fucking awesome. But this show didn't have any character like that for me. And I mean, who do you like better, Vash or Jet?
Vash.
Or
Vash.
Spike? Spike. I get Jet and Spike mixed up.
Yeah,
Vash. I guess.
Vash was fun.
It was fun, but he also had that like really, really serious side. I don't know. Like I felt like fucking Spike. Like I said, he just felt like a side character throughout the entire show.
Mhm.
Half the time he was just sitting on the sidelines, like, I don't want to do this, and then he didn't, and that was the whole episode for him. I was like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
So favorite characters or favorite parts,
Vash.
favorite episodes? Vash.
As weird as it was, Spike would obviously be the top, but I actually didn't mind Ed. I found it kind of funny.
Ed was a lot more annoying than I thought she be. Let's see. I guess Faye. I guess she was nice to look at. That's about it. I didn't.
Good eye
I-
candy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think Spike was anything special. Honestly,
No.
I mean, yeah.
The
probably
last two episodes, I loved them. Or even the church scene, I loved them.
The last scene. See, the thing is, I knew what happened at the end. Like, everyone knows that final scene
Yeah.
where it goes like this, bang, and he falls over. I knew that we were going to get there, but like, it didn't like draw me really. Yeah,
I
didn't
knew it
really
was gonna
excite me or
happen, but it
anything.
still got me, even though I wasn't as enthralled with the show as I thought. I'm like the ending. I'm like, okay, I felt it a little bit. Like I don't know. I guess like at the ending, it wasn't like I was completely like, oh, that was so sad. That was like the best thing ever. I just wish watching that ending. I wish we were more invested in Spike throughout the show.
Mhm.
That's what I felt.
Anything else you guys really liked about this series?
The space battles weren't bad.
Music.
Yeah, the music is on
music's
point. Yeah.
dude. The intro is probably like one of my favorite intros. It's definitely like top 10 for
They had
me.
a lot of jazz and blues, and I loved it.
I
Exactly.
also like like you said, like the style of the show is cool. Like I like how they're called sessions instead of episodes, and each episode's named after a song, I think. So that's really cool. Yeah, I like that.
Ending of every episode, you got to see you later, cowboy or space
Yeah.
cowboy or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
That was cool.
And then the ending is
live
like
action. I wonder-
the ending. It's like you have to carry that weight. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, maybe
If
if
I
it
was
was
more
like,
invested in the character, then yeah, that would affect me seeing
be-
that. But
they had that at the end of Phantom, then that would really hit.
oh yeah,
But yeah, nothing like none of the fights got me or anything. In terms of stuff I didn't like, I just like It was overhyped.
You know what I
think,
thought
for
was an
me,
interesting
honestly.
episode was the one with the little boy
Oh, the
and the
guy
guy
who,
in the wheelchair.
yeah, okay,
I thought that was pretty interesting.
yeah,
He hasn't aged in however long.
yeah. I thought that was
Pretty cool.
interesting.
I like how they always refer back to the Stargate, you know, the gates in space, and now there's always an accident and it caused something or other.
Oh yeah, that episode with the who was it? The guy who was like a vegetable, but he created like a cult or whatever.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
I'm gonna
You guys
jump
remember the
in.
episode where there's that random space alien? I didn't know what was going on.
Sorry,
It
what'd you say,
turns out
Noah?
just to
I was gonna jump in.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta go. But
Oh, okay. All right. What
listen,
would you give this?
it was so much better when it was like one of the first like 5 I saw. I was like, holy shit. This
Yeah.
thing's
I can
amazing.
believe that, yeah.
This is the greatest thing. And then I watched it again after watching all this other stuff, and I'm like, that's kind of like average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give it like I think it's a good like C plus.
Okay. C plus.
C
All right.
plus. Just because I don't know, Spike was fun at times, and
Yeah, he was.
they really fucked him up though in some of the episodes. Great
Yeah.
character. They just didn't know how to use him, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And
Well,
goodbye, dog.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah, he's still.
Okay, you guys
That's
continue
all he
your
does.
discussion.
Okay. Well, see you now.
okay.
Yeah, I felt like the series was overhyped, just being like again, maybe if it was one of the first 3 that I watched, maybe it'd be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is awesome. But after watching so many, like, I mean, Berserk came out around the same time, I think, right? Like Berserk, dude.
This was like early 2000s.
Oh,
Berserk
okay.
was like
97.
99, 97.
97, yeah.
But
I
I
mean,
remember
like,
the episode. It was pretty cool watching the episode with the. Remember there was that blob in the space shuttle. They didn't know what it was.
yeah,
Spike
that was
was
a
like,
weird episode.
Dude, I was like, what is going on? And then freaking, it turns out to be the fucking lobster he left in a back freezer for how long?
yeah, that was
The ending of that was funny because
Ed
everyone's
just
like
eats it.
floating, and you just see the freaking like the fridge floating in space with the classical music in the background.
Mhm.
I don't know, that was kind of funny in my eyes.
Yeah, I just comparing it to, like, it's just weird because like I want to watch like older animes and stuff, and I know there's some that are really good, but with this, I was just it's not something that leaves an impression on me really. Like I understand that it brought a lot of people like anime over to the Western culture, so like yeah, you gotta give it props for that. But I mean, like just comparing it to some that are come out today, like yeah, Attack on Titan, Overlord.
Dude,
You
my
know.
wife just recently asked me. She's like, "When's the next Attack on Titan coming out?"
I think
She's
it's
like, "I want to watch it."
dude.
I'm like, I think this year
It's
coming.
supposed, yeah, it's supposed to be coming this coming year. So hopefully, but yeah, it is. I'm trying to find a perfect way to describe this series. It's just like it. I don't know. It helped anime, and that's I gotta give it props for that.
I don't know. I kept falling asleep watching.
I fell asleep during an episode, and that's when I
kept
knew I was like,
falling
oh, that's
asleep.
not good.
I was struggling. I was like, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, because some of the episodes were just boring to me. I just didn't care. I was on my phone, and I fell asleep during like half an episode. I was like, ugh. And I didn't even go back. I was like, I probably didn't miss anything, you know?
Yeah,
That's why I was
honestly,
surprised that it was week to weekish. I thought it was more of like an overarching story, sort of like how the live action series was, where like you had this stuff going on with Vicious and stuff in the background while you have this going on. But Vicious is only in like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Like at least, well, I don't know about, I forget about what's his name. Well, I mean, you had Got the Blue Summers, Millions Knives and stuff. Like they were kind of like in the background, sort of Trigun at least. So.
Yeah, but I felt like in that story, like in most animes, they'll have like a background, like the main story in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But usually each episode kind of falls into play with each like episode. Like it adds to the story. This was just like, oh,
just like here's a random adventure, bam.
it
here's
freaking
another. It's like
Ed's
Pokemon.
dad.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Let's see what's next. I mean, what's next? What's next? I forget.
For 26 episodes, it had a lot of filler, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. It could have been like I mean, there's also a movie still. Like maybe the movie will be better because that'll be like one congruent story. Maybe,
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah, there's a movie. And the popular theory that I see for this show is just, oh, Spike's still alive and stuff. So, I mean, I guess, but I mean, I don't want to see season 2, honestly. Honestly, I'd rather see season 2 of the live action just because, like, it might be super bad and I just get a lot of kicks out
I mean,
of it.
you gotta think about it, dude. Like, I don't know. Like,
This
Vicious
is probably going to be
dead.
if a bunch of people listen to this, it's going to be our most unpopular episode. Because, like,
Dude, I
Cowboy
can
Bebop's
feel
an
it.
A+. I saw a tier list of this group that I watch a lot, and they gave it an S. And after I was done, I'm like, how do you give it an S? Like,
I feel like with modern anime and the stories and the animations and stuff like that, it's so hard to rate a classic like this so high. Like, the only reason why it has a high rating probably is because it's a classic.
yeah.
So it's hard to rate it after you watch so many good anime and you come back to it.
I get that, but I feel like even like Dragon Ball Z, which came out around the same time, or it was still going on at least, or like reruns and stuff like that, brought a lot. Like, that brought me into anime because that was like the first anime I watched and stuff, and it had like had the music, had the action, had the characters and stuff. This just had like the music and
Atmosphere.
atmosphere. I did like the atmosphere a lot. I like the older look of it too. You know, having it be like in I forget what the ratio is called, but I like it in a smaller ratio, so that was fun. But replay value, not gonna watch this again.
Yeah, like I said, I struggled to watch it. I was falling asleep, so it was difficult.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Rating, final thoughts. Brandon, what do you give?
I don't know. What did we say an average was?
C.
C. I kind of want to give it a C minus. I'm gonna give it a C, just a solid C.
I gave it a C minus.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's average, but and there's a couple things that drag it down. Like I gave it mostly because like okay, again you had like the music, you had like a couple, you had the atmosphere, yeah, and also the history of it because it brought anime over, and I had to give it at least like a letter grade for that because like you know it's pretty big. So yeah, I mean I did not see this coming because I thought I was gonna love it. Because
honestly,
I like the first 3 episodes probably the most.
yeah,
And then it just because like you got to know like Faye and stuff, and then you got like you had the episode with the dog, and then you had the first episode. Well, the first episode is a classic, I think, too. By the way, like I think it's called Asteroid Blues or something like that. But that's a really good episode. I like that episode a lot. But those first 3 are probably like the height for me, honestly.
Yeah.
And then it just sort of just goes trails. Like again, like Trigun had Legato Blue Summers, who I don't know why I love that character so much, but he's awesome. Maybe it's part of it's because of his name.
The guy's Blue Summers. Now
Legato Blue Summers.
Now I'm drawing a blank.
You don't remember
In
Legato
Trigun?
Blue Summers? Yeah, he was the second in command to Million's Knives.
Oh, right.
He was the guy who could control people, I think.
Yeah, with his sax.
No, that was another guy. He was in charge of the guy with the sax. The guy with the sax was part of that 12-man.
You're
group.
right. I understand now. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, for a second there when we were talking, I thought you meant a Wolfgang.
Oh no. But yeah.
Trigun and that guy was my favorite from Vash and Wolfgang. That's his name.
Oh
One of my
yeah,
favorite
the
characters.
guy with
The
the
big
cross.
cross, yeah.
Yeah. I need to watch some scenes with Legato again. I remember him being awesome. Yeah. So those are our thoughts on Cowboy Bebop. Be fair to tell us that we're wrong, I guess.
I know.
It's just
I'm
this is
waiting for it.
This is like
I'm waiting for
the
it.
closest we've gotten to Black Heaven, where everyone loved it for some reason, and yet we're like we hated it. So I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us guys what you thought about it. Be sure to like, share, favorite, review the podcast, do everything like that. Please be sure to leave a like on this video. Also, be sure to check out the last video I made. Did you see the last video I made? The King Arthur video, the King Arthur MMV. I put
I did not.
a rap song with some of the fight scenes in it. It's not my best work, but I liked it. The song matches the movie. That's a good movie, by the way. You should watch it. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
But what, buddy? I have been telling people this forever.
Oh, so you have?
I've
You've watched
literally
it.
been telling people about this movie for a long time.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie,
dude. It is the best. All right, yeah.
It's
All right,
got
we'll talk about that
problems,
later.
but it's a good movie.
I've rewatched that movie so many times. I can't even count.
It's a good movie. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a Casual Discussion. My name's Trent.
Mine is Brand. Sorry about the little rant.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Hands on my feet.